Good evening, friends. It's your girl, Lady J. What's up? Hey. Listen, I know it's been a minute, right? I think it's been 2 weeks that we have not got together to talk about it. And we got something to talk about tonight. So I want you to tune in. Make sure you share with everybody, right? Make sure you share, comment, like, all of that to make sure we have a good time tonight, all right? So do me a favor. Make sure when you're logging in that you give me a shout out, right? Say something in the chat room. Y'all know I don't like creepers. I don't like people that come in the room but don't say anything. Something wrong with that. And so, listen, if you're in the room, go ahead and make some noise for me. Leave a comment for me. Where are you logging in from? Say hello. Tell me how you feeling. Something like that. All right. Who we got in the room so far? What's up, everybody? It's Talk About It Tuesday. Yes, it is. I'm so excited. Let's go. And not only is it Talk About It Tuesday, y'all know it's my favorite day of the week. And I just cooked dinner. I don't even know why I cooked dinner on a Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday, baby. Oh my goodness, I messed up. All right, come in the room. I messed up. Lord have mercy. What in the world? It is Taco Tuesday. I obviously was not paying any attention, right? So we got some things to talk about tonight. Something might be a little controversial. I don't know. We'll see. But I want your opinion and I want all of us to talk about it. All right. All right. I want to make sure that we give a minute for people to log in. It is such a great day. Listen, if you are in Columbus, what's up, everybody? It's Talk About It Tuesday. If you're in Columbus, Ohio, I know you are just smiling all day. At least I hope so. If you are not, something is wrong with you, or maybe you're grieving. I don't know. But baby, the sun is out. The high got to 75. It's currently still 71. And when we get done, guess what your girl gonna do? I'm going outside. Oh yes, I am going outside to get some of this vitamin D. It has been such an amazing day. If you live in Ohio, then you understand we have that dark, overcast, cloudy, gloomy, just all of winter. As soon as the sun starts peeking out, we get excited. So I know I am one of them. I love going outside and just taking walks and doing all of that. So this is going to be one of those days. Hello, Amerin, Florida in the house. Hey, I love you so much, Auntie. I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to give you a call. I know I owe you one. All right. So let's get started tonight. All right. Again, if you just joined in, please say hello, make some noise, do something, an emoji. Do me another favor, make sure you share and comment. All right. We want to make sure that we grow and build our network, your network, right? We want to build it for Talk About It Tuesday. We want more people to get involved and to be able to hear what we are sharing because there's a whole lot of people who wants an outlet, right, to be able to talk about it. They just want to know that people are honest, they're real, they're authentic, which your girl, Lady J, I'm all of that, right? And so I want to make sure that we increase our platform so that everyone can have an outlet to talk about it in a safe space, right? In a safe space. Okay. So for tonight, to get started, I want to give a shout out to some businesses. Hello. Look at all my aunties on here tonight. Aunt Siobhan, Aunt Barbara. Hi, Amber. Good evening. So, to kick off tonight, what I want to do, I want to give some business shout outs. Okay. So, the first shout out is to, all right, y'all see this lip gloss I am rocking. Now, I know I need to pick some different colors besides hot pink and red, but it just goes so well with my skin. If you have other suggestions, please send it my way. I'll choose another color. I did try orange once. Good evening. If you're just logging in, please leave a comment. All right. Hello, Mama James. I love you so much. Right. Make sure you leave a comment, share, and like or love our broadcast where we come and talk about it on a Tuesday. All things culture, all things community, all things for the people. And so the first thing I want to talk about, this lipstick I'm wearing, this which is the her name is called Reba. How to say her name. I hope that I am saying it right. Amber, I think we both met her at the same time, or maybe you knew her before me when we were at a party together. But her name is Rekaba. So shout her out. Go check out the hot pink. Yeah, I love red too. I love me a red. And guess what? There are so many good reds besides MAC. I am so done with MAC. I just love supporting local business. I love supporting Black business. I love supporting female business. And so I'm always trying to look in that direction. And all of that, what I said, has some amazing colors and brands, businesses, right? And so Lamar Scales in the house, international national recording artist Lamar Scales in the house. Stay safe with that red on. Y'all, he is also a comedian, all right, who spent a lot of his time around my parents, my mother, and the organization that I was raised in. And y'all, they didn't play that wearing red. If you wore red, anything, but especially lipstick, nail polish, toe polish, you was not saved. But I'm here to tell y'all with my hot pink on, I'm saved and filled with all the Holy Ghost. Hello, Kadeem. Oh, we got another recording artist on here. I'm loving all this love. Kadeem, what's up? Listen, both of you, please do me a favor and put how people can buy your music in the comments, right? Put how people can buy your music in the comments. And so the next business that I want to shout out, all right, the next business I want to shout out, here we are, is y'all ready for this? I'm loving this. This is a Black-owned business. Let me put it. He is on Facebook and IG. It's called $10 Holla, right? $10 Holla is a Black-owned, male-owned Uber service, right? Transportation service. And it is, instead of calling Lyft, all right, they will take you where you need to go, just like an Uber or Lyft. Also pick up food deliveries, right? They are hiring drivers. Check this out. For any questions, listen, call the number. Tell them that Earl sent you. All right. Tell them that Earl sent you for $5 off. It's $1 a minute. Y'all, that is dope. The number is, let me give y'all the number, $10 Holla. Because Lyft and Uber could be expensive. Y'all know what I mean? And that number is 614 597 3086. The gentleman that runs this business has produced an incredible company in the Akron area, and he's come to Columbus, Ohio, where he's established his business here like wildfire. And I want to make sure that I make mention of him on my platforms that we can put business. And so it's called $10 Holler. Let them know that Earl sent you. And you get 5% off, right? 5% off, $10 Holler. So Rekaba, Riekaba is the lipstick. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, because I know you buy your ladies gifts. Come on, right? And so Rekaba for the lipstick, and then $10 Holla for all those rides, $1 a minute. Okay, $1 a minute. Now, while we have them on here, Lamar Scales, all digital outlets for his music, and Kadeem, or have you responded? Kadeem with your music, I believe he's on all digital outlets as well. It's called, his name, his brand is Elysion, Elysian Kadeem. All right, Elysion Kadeem. And so make sure you guys do that. Let's support each other, check them out. And of course, y'all know I'm going to shout out my own brand, right? And so make sure you go to check out and purchase some Joy candles, joy.com.co. Right? Let me give you a code to use for 15% off, because y'all my people. And because you're on here and you're following me and you're doing all that stuff, I love you so much. And I want you guys to code JOY15 for 15% off. All right, 15% off. That's for all my people. So that's for candles, wax melts, wax burners. Go ahead and also check out the t-shirts. My other website, all right, let me give you my other website, www.janetstevens1117.com. There you'll check out more of my branded apparel on there. So I want to make sure you guys go to both outlets to see what's going on. Also, listen, my conference is coming up. We'll talk about that a little later. But Mama James is my witness. She's on here testifying that the candles smell so good. All right. The candles smell so good. So let's go. Y'all know we already talked about Black-owned businesses, right? Let me go ahead and hit up my movie of the week. My movie of the week. Y'all ready? Luther. Y'all, that movie is so intense. It's action. I love action movies. And so y'all have to check out, Luther. All right. So movie of the week. Y'all know I'm a movie buff. Is Luther. Go to your streaming service, look at Luther, and of course, it's a brother on there. That's the main character. And y'all know he does not consider himself a Black artist or a Black actor. He says he's a British actor, and that's how he identifies. And so we're going to respect that. We'll respect him and, all of that. So let's go. Movie of the week is Luther. If you love action, if you love crime, he's an investigator on this movie. And so movie of the week is Luther. Go check it out. It is hot. I love it. All right. So we did our businesses of the week. We did our movie of the week. Now we're going to talk about events at the end. If you're coming in the room, please make sure you make some noise in the comment. Let me know who you are, right? Let me know where you're checking in from. Say hello, share, like, love, do all of that. All right. Because it's Talk About It Tuesday. And this is community where we talk about all things community, all things culture, all things for the people. Now, let's talk about our news. Y'all, I think this is so juicy. Let me put my reading glasses on for this. Hi, Mika. Hi, Janice, my babies. Listen, this news right here is juicy because I think it's like secret. Not necessarily secret. I told you. I got the juice. Do y'all know? So has anyone been paying attention to the news surrounding the East Palestine, Ohio train derailment? Anyone been paying attention to that? Well, listen, I was reading this article on yesterday that there were several CDC workers. I have not seen this on the news. And see, this is why they trying to muster out all the other juicy news by keeping you drowned out by the Trump news, right? So anytime, this is how I want you guys to pay attention to the news. Anytime there is one subject being talked about all day on every channel, every day, let me tell you, there's something else going on that they probably don't want you to pay attention to. Okay. So with the East Palestine train derailment, there were several CDC workers who have gotten sick. What does that mean? And why is that important? And so the people have been saying the government and the health agencies need to pay attention to this train derailment because something could be going on in the air, something could be going on with our water. And all we heard on the news was that the people have nothing to worry about. Then it was like some people should evacuate. I mean, it was all of this kind of stuff. Well, if CDC workers, hi, Cousin Tim, have gotten sick, then that means now, I don't know how they got sick. I don't know if they breathed in the air and they got sick. So let me just be transparent. I don't know if they took a bath and the water was contaminated, so they got sick. I don't know if they drank some water and they got sick. I don't know if they ate food from a restaurant in that area and they got sick. But what I'm telling you is that there were CDC, these are official workers, government workers who went to do the investigation of the area, and they have gotten ill. They have gotten sick. And so all of these train derailments, I had said something to my husband a few weeks ago. I was just like, I believe, I'm just wondering if all these train derailments have any kind of intention, because they're all in places that could contaminate big body of waters, or bodies of waters that could contaminate other bodies of waters. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy buff. I'm just saying that in that area, government, public employees who went there to investigate the area have gotten sick. Okay. And so that is an area of concern. And so if you have anybody that live over there in that area, is near Dayton, but if anyone live over there, shop over there, business over there, whatever, they should leave. I mean, you know how we have family members who are in areas where it's a high risk. There is a hurricane that's going to kill. I mean, they can say the hurricane is coming at 160 miles per hour, and people still say, I'm going to stick it out. And I understand that some people do because that's their property. They have nowhere else to go. Let me tell you, if you got family anywhere else, go. Get up, go, leave all that stuff behind, because guess what? You can rebuild anywhere. But what we're saying is that area is sick. It is not safe. It's contaminated. And so, it's happened all in the same week in major cities. Exactly, Amber. That's what I'm saying. So in that East Palestine area, something's going on. Something is wrong. Something's contaminated. And the CDC workers have gotten sick. And I have not seen that on the major news outlets. I'm just saying. And so here we go, because it's Talk About It Tuesday, right? It's Talk About It Tuesday. And we talk about all things for the culture, all things for the community, and all things for the people. And so the next news, and you know what, this might not even be news to y'all, but I'm a reader, or I'm becoming more of a reader. All right. I really used to be a heavy reader, kind of stepped away from that, and I'm getting back into reading more. And so I was reading this article, and because we live in an area where the Underground Railroad was supported, and what they teach us in school and show us is that, look, the underground, there's houses in Columbus where the underground was served or serviced, and Black people and slaves are able to escape through these homes. And so we think that Columbus is such this wonderful, beautiful, safe place for Black people. I'm not saying it's not, but I need to give you some information and some education. And so, did you know? Hi, Marlos. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. I'm just saying. So with Columbus, guys, I was reading this article. It was talking about sundown cities. Did you guys know that Columbus, Ohio, Buckeye City, I'm always going to play Buckeye City because they pay my full tuition at The Ohio State University. But Columbus, Ohio is on this list. Y'all, my feelings was almost hurt. You know how you have this high expectations for people, and then they do something and it just totally wrecks you? I was wrecked reading this about the Columbus, Ohio, that we are part of the sundown cities. What is a sundown city? A sundown city are cities where there were not necessarily legislation or legal laws or policies in place, but the community put it in place, and it was known across all communities that you better be careful and you better watch out, and you better not come into our neighborhood. You better not come over here, because we will do something to you, and we are protected. We are covered, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to us. But you better not come over here. Right? And so the sundown cities, one, Columbus, Ohio was one. But what happens is, instead of making like legislation through government or through Congress, they legalize the discrimination through covenants, community covenants. And so a covenant is like a HOA, right? That's like an HOA where neighborhoods are kind of governed by a committee, a board, and they say what you can, what you cannot do. And so there are neighborhoods they're called covenantal communities. Well, what they do is inside of their HOA, they write covenants, or inside their ordinance. That's right, Amber. They write things in there that prevents other racial communities from coming in. So specifically Black people, specifically Asian people, and specifically Jewish people. All right. And so they will write that say that these people cannot live in this community. So this is different from redlining. So there are so many things put in place to prevent people of color from living in certain areas, regardless if you have money or not. I'm going to talk to you about one of those. But this has to do, so this is in redlining, this is covenants. And so they have all people of the community. This is what on, this is what we stand on, right? Because if you didn't agree on it, then you wouldn't live there, because you also have to sign that agreement. And it's also in your closing documents. Come on, it's in the closing documents, y'all. And so the cities outside of, Columbus being one, but the communities were, y'all, some of y'all saw, hi, brother, was Upper Arlington. That's right, Amber. Upper Arlington is one, right? Columbus, already mentioned that. Bexley, I probably could have guessed that one, right? Bexley, Whitehall, which I'm just like, Whitehall, what in the world? Maybe that's how they got their name. I don't know. But Whitehall, right? And with Whitehall, I'm just like, I'm going to keep that to myself. I'm not even going to say that. I ain't bold enough today to say it. I don't got enough courage today to say what I want to say. But Whitehall and then Worthington, right? And so why, and my husband was big on this. When we were buying a house, he was big on where we moved to. He was big on suburban, living a suburban lifestyle. He just was like, we are not doing that, because we're not going against our standards as people of color. We're going to not live in communities and try to force ourselves in communities that don't want us to be there just because we may have money, or we may feel like we have come to a certain place. We are not doing it. And I was bucking up against some, and I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. But because, when you feel like you do more and you do better for yourself, you want to look like it. Although the house we have now looks like it. We live in a nice community. We love our community. It's very diverse, though. But why would you try to push yourself in a community that don't want you anyway? Right? And what it does is it makes it hard. That's right, Amber. I'm so glad you're on here tonight. What it does is try to prevent you from acquiring wealth, right? Tries to prevent you, which means if you can't acquire wealth, then you can't pass down wealth to your children. And it's an act of the enemy. Listen, I am a Christian. I am who I am. This platform is created and built by a woman who is a Christian. And so that is my worldview. So why I said that is to say that when you move into places and live into places, you just, the Bible talks about, it's the work of the enemy to prevent you from doing the thing that God said. Right? His scripture says that, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. But it also says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Well, how do I leave an inheritance for my children if every way I turn prevents me from even having ownership, prevents me from upgrading my life, prevents me from going to the next level? Well, I want to tell you and just speak to you really quickly. Do not believe the lie. Listen, that is only one aspect. You can acquire wealth in other ways, but one is definitely home ownership. And I can tell you there are other areas and other communities that you can live to own to begin the process of acquiring wealth and passing that wealth to your children. So I'm saying all that to say, listen, if you're a renter, I know in our church, we are pushing everybody. You need to own. You need to own a house. Do what you got to do. I don't care how many burgers you have to miss out on. I don't care how many shopping sprees. I don't care if you got to shut down every email from Bath and Body Works and New York and Company and whoever else from Fashion Nova, so that you will move your money and spend it in a different way to position yourself to own. Whatever you must do, whatever class you need to attend, you need to own a house and position yourself to do so. All right. All right. The $20 rescue plan dollars, the city will come as released to organization who want. Yes. All right. And so we'll be working towards, listen, there are opportunities for people to work. If listen to first step in ownership, you got to work. Okay. You need to have a income paper trail. All right. You need credit. You need an income paper trail. So there's things that you need to do. But First Merchant has up to $7,500 in down payment assistance. But you need to move quickly. Do not drag your feet. That's one thing that the people, the culture, and the community that I talk to or that I'm from is that we drag our feet so much. Stop dragging your feet. These monies, these dollars are limited. They're not there all the time. And so you got to get in where you fit in and move quickly, right? Even if you don't qualify right now, allow them to tell you what to do so you can get in position. All right. Allow them to tell you what to do. If you don't qualify now, they're going to say you need to do A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, so that you get in a position. All right. Don't allow a denial to remove you from the possibility of positioning yourself for wealth and for increase for your family. Now, I'm getting off of that because I don't been on that for a long time. Here I am. I'm about to end for today. I always end with some encouragement for my people. The encouragement for today is coming out of 3 John 2. 3 John 2 says, let me make sure I put that in the comments. 3 John 2. All right. All right. 3 John 2. Amber, copy and paste that scripture in the comments for me for the people. Listen. 3 John 2 says, Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper. That's your money. Be in health. That's your body. Even as your soul prospers. That's your mind, will, and emotions prosper. Right? And so often, and what I was raised in, I only know about my community, okay? I can't speak on no one else. In my community, we often in the Black church, we dwell heavily on your spiritual prosperity while not paying any attention to your physical prosperity, right? To your body, your health. And we have somehow disassociated ourselves from the Bible or the scriptures that talk about being in good health. And so this weekend in April of every month, my women's group called Jewels by Lady J, Jewels, just Jewels, right? But our monthly gathering is called Jewels Chat and Chew. Well, the Jewels Chat and Chew, we meet the second Saturday of every month to empower your life, to bring you up another level, right? To cause you to assess your life, where you are and where you need to go next. We do not allow, what I do not allow is for women specifically to discuss being in process. Hey, Jazz, thank you for coming on. I do not allow women specifically to talk about being in their process while not making progress through their process. And so the chat and chew is all about helping you to progress through your process. And so this weekend, which is the second Saturday, so March 8th, at 10:30 a.m., we start with brunch, right? You can bring whatever you want. If you can't afford to bring anything, don't worry about it. There's going to be plenty to go around to share, but bring something that you can share to the brunch, right? We are at Manifestation Church. Let me give you our new address. It is 1580 Union Avenue. Union Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43223 on the west side, off of Sullivan and Ryan, right? Sullivan and Ryan is one way to get there, but I want you to be there at 11 a.m. begins the teaching. I do not always go live. Last month, God spoke to me specifically and said, do not go live. But for April, we focus on health and wellness. And so for this month, our facilitator is going to be Wame. Many of you may know her. I love her so much. She's a kingdom woman. And so she'll be coming to speak on the topic of my body, his temple. And so I'm so excited to have her. We're going to be having some registered nurses there as well. We're going to be doing some movement. So bring something, wear something that you can move in. But it's going to be a great time of sisterhood. Listen, I always also make the women, if you're coming, do this if you can, bring a list of your last appointments. Bring your last annual appointment, your last woman appointment, your last breast exam, your last dental, because guess what? Your gums are connected to your heart. So yes, you need to go to the dentist. Your last vision appointment, bring that information because we hold each other accountable. This was birthed out of because there was someone that I know who had someone that she loves die from breast cancer. And at the point of the discovery, she described the breast being like ground meat. And I took that on. I mean, God convicted me in it. And I embraced that as a challenge for the women who's under my influence, that we have uncomfortable conversations. Because how is it that we shout together, speak in tongues together, take laps around the church together, high five each other, say we love each other, but I never have conversations with you or hard conversations about your health? Have you even been to the doctor? Are you taking care of yourself? Listen, the Bible talks about us walking in wholeness. And if I am to have any part of the body of Christ, I want to do my part, however small or big it is, to make sure that we're doing our part to have those conversations and to walk in wholeness. All right. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be this Saturday. Our Jules Chat and Chew start at 10:30 with brunch. And at 11 o'clock begins our teaching from 11 to 1. Right. We end at 1 o'clock. So you're invited. Come out, come hang with us, come connect, grow your sisterhood network, and let's grow up together, go up together, and go to the next level in God together. All right. The last thing I want to talk about is so we got the Jules Chat and Chew this weekend. The Black Expo is coming up, y'all. Just want to make sure I mention that. I am a vendor. Joy Candles will be a vendor there. But Memorial Day weekend, the Black Expo is going to be happening. So make sure you take a part in your supporting and doing things in the community. And especially, I am a married woman, but I want to speak to this real quick. I'm going to hit it and I'm going to leave it. Hit it and quit it. If you're a single person and you desire to be married, do you know that he is not going to find, now God can do anything, right? But he is not going to find you in your house. He don't even know your address. He don't know where you live, right? You need to get out and meet people. Go look pretty. Put your makeup on. Look up when you're walking. Stop looking down. See people, connect. I don't know. I'm not saying your husband is at the Black Expo. I'm saying you got to get out your house. All right. And so listen, that is it for tonight. It's your girl, Lady J. It's Talk About It Tuesday. Please make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you like, love, comment on this broadcast. Even if you're coming back for the replay, I want to know that you're watching it. And then do me a favor, next level up, I want to make sure that you share this broadcast. The last thing, one of the important things is I want you to go to Spotify. Please go to Spotify and find Talk About It Tuesday with Lady J. All right. I want to deal with the misconception I believe that is out there, is that the same content we talk about on Facebook Live is the same content that's on the podcast. It is not. All right. It's not the same material. It's completely different. It is out there. I wanted to bless your life. Please, I'm just a short few numbers away from hitting the benchmark to start being able to get some financial earnings from my podcast. And I know none of y'all hate it where you're like, she don't need to make no money from her podcast. I know none of y'all like that. So do me a favor, support me, go to Spotify, find Talk About It Tuesday with Lady J. Those are the exact words, right? Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified every time I download something. In fact, I think I'm going to be doing something tonight, but make sure you do that and subscribe, because the subscriptions is what I need. All right. It's a free subscription, but make sure you go on there. And listen, last thing is, if you love Lady J, and who I am, what I represent, and this message, this personality, this anointing, you wanted to come to your next event. Listen, do me a favor, just inbox me. I'm easy to contact. You can go to my website and hit and complete an official invite for me to come to your event. Maybe it's a women's event, maybe it's a school event, whatever that platform is, and I will assess it to see if that's my assignment. Maybe it's a conference, and I will get back with you ASAP on whether I'll be able to do that. Okay. And so I'm open to that. I love y'all so much. Cannot wait to connect, and we'll talk soon. It's your girl, Lady J. I'm out.